Hello, welcome back guys. Today we continue our journey on Project Ebonhold, the Zero to Hero. So, as always, we've gotten some progress done. So I've got my DPS to around like 800k, and my aim for today, for the very first thing we're gonna do, is to get past 1 million. So we're probably gonna roll a little bit of builds. First up, this one isn't that bad, but like I feel like I'm missing a couple of things. Also, I finally did manage to finish the Old War raid, so I did grab some extra additional tomes, especially the Shadow Crash. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to complete the quest in the Old War, so I don't have access to the last boss, which was I can't check the map. Which was Algernon. Unfortunately, I don't know, it was bugged or something, but I didn't get the quest from the Iron Council. Therefore, that will have to wait. But ultimately, our aim for today is to get past 1 million DPS and complete one of our like challenge aims. So, like defeating the most difficulty of the raid, which at the moment is Trial of the Crusader, of the Grand Crusader, on 25 player heroic. I already did it on 10 men and got a little bit of gear, like here and there, due to thanks to the emblems and the trophy of the Crusade. I was able to buy like 2 pieces for my Shadow Priest, which isn't exactly that great, like extra 6 seconds on Vampiric Touch in this game design means nothing, literally. So, you know, it doesn't matter that much. Although, you know, it's always nice to have better stats, things like that. Although I think that at this point, gear don't really matter as much as it should be. But I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken and I just haven't reached that level of progress yet. So, first off, I want to like define exactly, I'm on Hardcore 3, which should be enough. I want to define... Wait, I think in Zuldrak there's this big guy roaming. I think he should be like the perfect target to check out, like single target DPS. Also, I did change my streaming setup a little bit. I sticked to YouTube once again due to rest stream like bugging out a lot and stuff like that. And yeah, I also changed some of the settings, so I hope the stutters from the previous streams will be over. So let me know if you see some FPF drops here and there. I hope it's gone, but we'll see. Okay, 45 million. I'm just pretty much interested in the build and the DPS, so let's go. Pop my coolies. Great thing is that when I expanded my ash tree, I actually got extra talent points, which, you know, initially I thought that it isn't really that great. Like, you know, priests from the other trees seem to not really have that many improvements overall, but I was pretty much wrong due to the fact that there's plenty of cool stuff like with haste and extra spell damage added throughout the discipline trees, so that was great to have. And ultimately I think it did up my DPS a little bit. Also, I do have eco that reduces the cooldown on my cooldowns when pretty much I deal damage, so it also helps. So 50 million health target died pretty damn fast, I believe. Not so bad, I guess, right? And yeah, almost 1 million with this setup. Shit, another one has shown up, which we don't need. Harbinger of Doom. Surprisingly, this is like the best dealing echo we have in single target. But look at this, it did hit the target 900 times. That's kind of crazy, and those hits are for 43,000. Light burst, dark burst, usual stuff. Scorching wounds, as you can see, pretty high up there. Curse of the Plaguebringer. You know what? Those dots, like Curse of the Plaguebringer from the Echo, Harbinger of Doom, weren't exactly like my best DPS echoes, but it turns out that with accelerated decay and echoing tides, I think it's echoing tides. Wait a minute. Ah, yeah, this like doubles the damage from my dots pretty much. So yeah, it's kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. But accelerated decay with all that haste adds up very nicely, and it turns out that those can roll free them nicely. I also have extra cooldowns for that and stuff, but yeah, it seems that we do miss that little slight bit to get past 1 million. This build is pretty okay, but I think like I still miss a couple of things here and there. Like I only have 1 Scorching Wounds, for example, that could be better. Spell power, not really, but Shadow Malice also allows me to crit, but I don't have like the snapshotting thing that allows me to crit with dots 100% of the time. I think this is quite a game changer, for the single target DPS. So yeah, we're gonna be fishing for it today. So let's sacrifice this run. Also, I did add, like I said, Shadow Crash after my recent Old War run. So hopefully maybe we can get the Shadow Crash as well. I'm not quite sure if it's exactly worth it, but we're gonna see. Also, God knows who. I have lost my talent points once again. This is pretty annoying. From time to time, it just randomly resets your talent tree. And, you know, I wouldn't mind if it was because I grabbed, like, extra talent points to spare. But the problem is that I haven't added anything to the tree lately. So this is a little bit annoying. Okay, we do have some points. Let's grab those extra talents as well. Those are very, very useful. Those are mostly hidden behind some really, really useless trash, like professions, which I don't really want to take. I've got some extra hit rating in here, which is not relevant, to be fair. Spirit could potentially give me a little bit more spell power, so I could take that. Intellect ultimately doesn't do nothing to me. It does increase crit chance a little bit. Okay, let's just pick it. Mana is relevant. Hey there, Oscar. You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. Mana region irrelevant. Yeah, okay. I guess I'm gonna grab extra, put extra points into attack power stuff. Mainly because lots of ecos actually do scale from both SP and AP. So potentially this could be good. Boost? Why would I need a boost, man? I'm far past that point. Okay, the rest is pretty much. You know what? I'm not that type of person that actually enjoys being AFK and benefiting, mostly due to the fact that, you know, play the game to play the game, not to sit back and relax. But yeah, well, that may be just me. Okay, I actually do miss like 2 talent points from this bad boy because it costs like 5 million. And yeah, I just think that's quite expensive just to get 2 items while leveling. It's kind of annoying, but you know, doesn't matter. Oh my god, the haste is crazy, dude. Ah, it's hardcore 3, that's why. Okay, Scorched Bath, useful as always, just to get those dots rolling automatically. I can banish this straight up. Pets don't matter at all. Mana regen don't matter. Intellect, no matter. Haste is nice, but it's only white one. Whatever, I spent so many banishes already. Okay, those are useless. Another banish. Sharpened Edge, I guess, is way to go. Now then, I teleport always to Westfall, work my way towards the graveyard in Duskwood, and from there I teleport further to another spot. Because initially I was just, you know, running all my way through Northshire, through Goldshire, and then going up to Duskwood, but I'm... yeah, it turns out that actually teleporting to Westfall is a lot faster, especially that you can farm mobs along your way to the graveyard. Hey there, thank you man, have a good night, and I wish you a great weekend, bro. Okay, Sharpened Edge is always a nice way to go, especially that we are a heavy dot build, which pretty much makes us love Sharpened Edge because it adds damage to every tick. Not only to, like, you know, base damage, so that's why it's so amazing. Those are useless, really. I could banish hit rating, banish this one. Prismatic Guard, I can pick one, like, it can help in raids and potentially in some higher level hardcore runs. Stonefist Barrage, you know, the problem with Stonefist Barrage is that it procs only off of Mind Blast. While you're in shadow, and you know, it has a cooldown, you don't really use it that much, so it's kind of a wasted talent, to be fair. It's a shame, because I have got 2 blue ones, and I cannot really like use any because both are trash. Spirit is kind of okay, I guess I'm gonna pick it, it's extra, some always SP. Spiteful Shards. Oh man. At least it's better for simple hardcore because it can CC your targets. So I'm gonna pick it. Harbinger of Doom, as you've seen, best single target ability, so I pick it up straight up. Divine Resonance is not for us, this is healer's pure only, so Scorching Wounds, amazing thing, another best in slot. White ones are also great, like it adds up eventually very nicely, so it's good to have those. Those are pretty much useless, but I guess Sanctified Sky could be used for adaptive power. Quicken Tempo, good to have. Polarity Shift, it's great. Adds up damage, crit, and if you're under heavy pressure, reduces damage. So whatever you do, it's useful. Reap the Weak, pretty lame for Shadow Priests because we mainly spam Mind Flay. And unfortunately, because I was trying this, I thought to myself that going into direct damage could be nice, and I was just simply spamming Devouring Plague. You know, I thought that direct damage on the initial tick is gonna be counted like that. Unfortunately, it's not counted this way. And yeah, I wasted it. Adaptive Power, let's go. There is one build that pretty much allows you to like spam a Mind Blast almost with a small delay, but it's kind of annoying to use, to be honest, and you have to hit those perfect ecos to be able to pull it off, so don't recommend, but it's possible. And to be fair, I just prefer to focus on those overpowered dots rather than, you know, reap the weak. Let other builds use it, pretty much. Open and split irrelevant because we pretty much dot everything around us. Although Arcane Cadence is great, so let's pick it up. Extra damage. Sharpened Edge. I don't know why I've noticed that, oh, there loads command, nice, that many times I get pretty shitty rolls early on, and then like last 10-20 levels I start to get pretty overpowered stuff, which is kind of annoying because, you know, you think that halfway through your build is pretty much useless, and then it suddenly, you know, flips on its head, and it turns out to be not so bad. Sanctum Sentries, those are nice, increases damage. Blood Mirror, not so much, but add some damage on top of everything. Okay. Then I go to Arathi Highlands. All the talents be replaced once again. This is annoying, really. But I do have all available at least. So let's quickly fix my build. We're gonna be spamming anyway the runs for the moment until we hit something useful. You don't have to maximize pain and suffering, only like 1 point is enough because you're still spamming Mindflay, so one of the ticks will always refresh Shadow Word Pain. So, you know, just putting points in here is kind of a waste of points, so to speak. And now we go into Discipline. Twin Disciplines is nice, increases damage of instant cast spell, Power Watch Fortitude and Inner Fire, of course, extra survivability. I do not know if I even need meditation. Seems so. Yeah, it adds up. Look at this. My mana region was awful and then suddenly it's so great. Inner focus, irrelevant. Mental agility is nice, but yeah, we still have 1 free point anyway. Good. Mental strength is nice, extra crit. Reflective shield, sometimes useful. Enlightenment is great. 2% spell haste and extra spirit. For more conversion. Power infusion, awesome. Focused power, increase damage and healing done by your spells by 2%, 4% ultimately, so quite nice. And then the rest is not really that great. Focused wheel is nice defensively. And then I usually go for aspiration just to reduce my cooldowns. And yeah, all the talents are pretty much irrelevant in here. The biggest problem is that we cannot go as far as the pain suppression. Yeah, I would still need like another 2 points to be able to get there, so let's put them into Improved Mind Blast, why not? Maybe we can reduce some healing on other targets at least. Okay, another thing is that I have to now put everything back on my bars. So yeah, sometimes it still struggles. Shadow Form, Vampiric Touch, Silence, and Mind Flame. And in Discipline, we've got Power Infusion. Inner Focus could be useful from time to time, and now we're done. Now I can just run around and spam my Devouring Plague for instant damage. Funny thing is that other casters do not really have such a spell like Devouring Plague. I can instantly deal such big damage, like with one single button click. Arcane mages have Arcane Barrage, to be fair, but it still has like 3-second cooldown, so you're not being able to spam it pretty much. While with Devouring Plague, I can just run around and kill things in seconds, literally. Dude, like this run is so bad, really. Contagion, nice. I've already used all my rolls pretty much. Grim Resolve. I'm gonna freeze it. I got plenty of those anyway. Yeah, useless. Ardent Resolve could be useful somewhat, but nothing crazy. Increase overcharged? No, overcharge is bad. Yep, who knows, maybe it's not gonna be as bad as I think. I did get plenty of good stuff along the way. But to be fair, I was hoping for Shadow Crash sooner or later. But no luck so far yet. $57, and I just touched them. Like, leveling becomes so relevant. You take longer actually choosing echoes than killing stuff. It's that crazy. Look at the amount of those white shits. Oh, Reaper's Doom. Shadow Malice and Blue Toxic Files. I've got plenty of freezes. First Strike is always great. Especially that on bosses you can pretty much... Conductor. You can pretty much snapshot your Shadow Word Pain and refresh it with Mind Flay to constantly have that extra 100% damage increase throughout the fight. Look at this. Like I said, end of the run and suddenly I start to get a little bit more lucky. It's not like I'm complaining, but yeah. It could be a lot better if I would start getting those things a little bit earlier. Okay, we're stacking those Scorching Wounds. Or blue one, other one. Okay. It may actually be not so bad. I think I've said this already a couple of times too many, but... It really seems to be turning around right now. I could also get that talent that allows me to snapshot my dots with 100% crit chance. Great. Then I pretty much just on my Mind Flay and fish for the buff to show up to reapply Devouring Plague and Vampire Touch. And Shadow Word Pain is being applied very early on, which, yeah, it's being snapshotted straight up. And then your dots get 100% crit chance throughout the whole fight. Pretty crazy then. If you snapshot it early on also with Power Infusion and stuff like that, it gets really, really good. Level 80, thank you very much. That was quick. Look at those useless. I prefer movement speed, I guess. Blue Scorched Path, nice. Ooh. Good that I still have freezes, man. Banish. Oh. Okay, I guess I have everything now. Let me go and do my quick test, as usual. You know, I feel like I'm missing something big. I think I didn't get the haste. That increases the, and also the, that dot stuff that flares up. Oh no, my DPS is so bad. Yeah, man. Not even 500,000. Reset. shit, I need to kill him once again. But still, even without that extra haste, my Harbinger of Doom is like biggest damaging ability. Shit, I need to get my ass from here as soon as possible because I cannot sacrifice myself. Okay, that should be fine. This run was really bad. We started getting some really cool stuff, but a little bit too late, I guess. Okay, at least this time around I don't have to reset my talents, so it should be a little bit faster. The very first thing we do is a reroll. That doesn't actually look that well. Oh, but we do get an epic early on. That's actually quite great. Forged Path, also very early. Banish those useless things straight away. Extra spell power is still nice. Oh my lord. Well, Shadowbrand is still good. Extra shadow damage layer on top of everything. Shadow Malice early on. This I can freeze. Shadowbrand still can take it. Wounds, spell power. Oh, 3 amazing things. I'm gonna freeze this, take the epic. Now we've got another Scorching Wounds. Armor Mastery. You know what? Armor Mastery overall is good. The problem I have with it is that this is not my like best in slot run yet. At least I'm not sure it is. So it can be problematic. Since, you know, when I reset, then I'm suddenly without armor because I took everything in plate. For the moment, I pass on it. Okay, that's what I call a run, guys. Run. Let's freeze all those, get Scorching Wounds. Sanctum Sentry. Scorching Wounds. Banish this. Polarity Shift. Banish. Banish. Sanctified Sky. I guess I'm applying plenty of things. It can from time to time help out. I need Adaptive Power now. This goes to reroll. And look at this. Blue Ember Spark. Let's go. Useless. Blue Arcane Bombardment. It's not so bad, definitely better than the Stone Barrage because Shadow Word Pain is being applied to pretty much everybody you attack, especially in cleave situations, so very useful to have. It's going to proc sooner or later, maybe with not such a, you know, Not to such a degree like previously, but still, look at this. Those are the rolls I'm talking about, dude. Like 3 at the same time. Well, it's useless. I'm gonna freeze Arcane Burn. Go for Adaptive Power. Now I've got Ember Spark. Oh, got this, boys. Immolation Aura, still nice. Especially when I'm sitting right on top of the boss, which happens very, very often. Another Scorching Wound. And it deals so much damage, it's crazy. Arcane Bombardment. Yeah, those are the rerolls I was talking about, boys. Level 36, and look at this, my Echo list looks like 3 rows of blues and epics, and only 3. 4. But all of those are actually useless. Scorched Path to apply dots, spell power, self-explanatory. Shadowbrand increases my shadow damage on the target by 250 when it's fully stacked, and Shadow Edge. Sharpened Edge is self-explanatory, to be fair. Okay, this looks promising, not gonna lie. Especially that I already have adaptive power. This is quite important, so we've got Shadow Dots, crit. Peak condition. This is great for Shadow Priest with such an amazing amount of self-healing. It's just crazy. You know what? I was really tempted already to try out some different class, especially I would like to take a look at the melee. But I was so afraid, like, you know, what I would do without the Shadow Priest self-healing. I get so used to it that I cannot imagine my life without it now. It's crazy. No, those are bad. Oh, Grim Resolve is actually great. I haven't gotten a Ruthless Exploiter so far yet. Oh yeah, your shadow damage over time effects have a 3% chance to hurl Shadow Crash at the target. On impact it deals 27,000 and it's AoE. That's what we were looking for, boys. Blue spell power. Lighted skies, even better. Sudden insight. Your crit strikes grant 1% haste for 2 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Yeah, I guess. Extra haste is always welcome. I'm pretty low level, so my haste is kinda OP. But it's gonna get down to like around 15%. So extra 5%. Naturally, because I will be critting constantly. I think I have around 50% crit chance now on max level. Look at this, I'm gonna run out of freezes, guys, soon. Blue toxic files, still nice. Scorching wounds. Just bump those dots. Oh, finally, Harbinger of Doom. The best thing for us, pretty much. Contagion. Another blue spell power. Lurib the Weak or White Scorching Wounds. I guess this can proc from time to time, so let's take it. Ultimately, it's not really that bad. Another blue spell power. That's not what I was looking for. Okay, we still have like 13 levels, although not so many rerolls left. I think I only have banishes now. Banishes. One banish. Not too much as well. But yeah, the amount of blue spell power I got is just crazy. Yeah, additional 1000 SP. Good stuff. I should probably pick up more unique stuff, because I only have 36% of adaptive power. Every time we take even something useless, we still gain 1% extra damage. Of course, as long as we don't have it, as we didn't have it previously. This is like a very important factor. Okay, we're done. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Extra spell power. Scorching Wounds is gonna scale crazily right now due to the amount of stuff I have. Great. First strike. Netherlord command. Forbidding split, not really, let's just reroll. Okay, that was pretty bad. I'm gonna pick it Corrosive Breath just for adaptive power stuff, which is gonna give me like 40% now. Oh, Warded Aegis is actually great. And it will also increase my damage due to adaptive power, so good stuff. Yeah, let's go for spell power. Even more of it. Crit chance 57%. Okay, I really think that this build can shine. But let's see it in practice now. Unfortunately, I don't have the snapshot stuff. It's actually worse than it was. Funnily enough, my previous build wasn't exactly that bad, it seems. Lord. Ah. Overtime conversion killed him. Harbinger of Doom this time around. Didn't proc that many times already. Do we have the Shadow Crash? Oh, it deals like 100,000. But doesn't proc that often, so... yeah, Shadow Fury does pretty much the same. It only has like 3%. So, you know, in AoE it may be great, but in single target... not so much. Do not recommend it, to be fair. It fits nicely, the Shadow Priest stuff, but yeah. Off my recommendation list, I guess. You know, the thing is that AoE damage is being covered mostly by the overtime conversion, and whatever you do, you don't really need anything else. So, when it comes down to deeps, you want to focus mostly on the single target stuff. That's what I have noticed so far. Let's start from banishing useless stuff. But so far no luck, just... Oh, adaptive power early on. Actually lucky. Blue Ember Spark. The Portal Flow is nice. I'm gonna pick Haste and keep it for the moment. Just in case some useless stuff like that shows up. Michal Morawiec, hey. Thank you for the sub, bro. Welcome, welcome. Reroll this. Oh, Harbinger Merlion. It's nice. Scorched Path. I think I still don't have it. Drain Reserves, always nice. Extra spell power. Some Conductor, not mandatory, but it's still a very nice power to have, especially for casters. Okay. This time around doesn't exactly look that promising. And man, very, very bad rolls and Stoned with Barrage. Used like most of my rerolls just to avoid one stuff thing. Lighted Sky, Shadow Crash, I mean still better than some Spirit Edition. I just mean it's not that amazing at this point already. Vanish. Curse of the Plaguebringer. I think that was the one I was missing previously. Arcane Burn, awesome. Contagion, awesome. Idol of Yogg-Saron, awesome. Peak condition, awesome. Hardened resolve, awesome. Corrosive breath, not amazing, but still greater. I'm gonna pick Spillweave just for adaptive power. Okay, and then it turns out that suddenly everything turned on its head, and it's not so bad anymore. But I do not have any more rerolls or anything like that, so this can cause a little bit of problems. Blue scorching wounds, that's awesome. Okay. A ruthless exploiter, that's actually great. Oopsie. Too many effects, I guess. Yeah, what can I do? Ember Spark. Or accelerated decay. Okay, maybe it will still not be so bad, or that bad at least. Okay, Northrend, here I come. Ooh, a rare. Nice. Nice bug, just dropping the same shit all over again. Well, I remember that I used to use helmet awesome early on. Let's stack as much haste as possible. Since we do have accelerated decay. Okay, it doesn't exactly look that great for me, but who knows, sometimes some things just work so well with each other that you cannot predict it. And it turns out to be awesome. So yeah, let's check out my usual DPS dummy. Hello. Okay. Looks nice. You know what, I thought that getting past this 1 million will be a little bit easier with the stuff I already have. But yeah, it's not getting that easy to get best things we can possibly have in here. But I still can do like almost 1 million. Okay, you know what? For the moment, I'm actually a little bit tired about resetting constantly. So let's get back to Dalaran. Go back to normal. Check my raid difficulty, 25 player heroic. Okay, should be fine. And then let's go for the Trial of the Grand Crusader.
Hello. Have a good one.
Grand Warlock Wilfred Fizzlebang will summon forth your next.
Let's go. Ah, the demon.
For his entry.
Well, yeah, I remember now because I did kill the beast, so that was like the first boss. So yeah, this raid is like currently the current content patch, so we have to defeat all those bosses on the highest difficulty to get the challenge done. Of course, I still miss like a big part of the tree, to be fair, to finish this challenge completely with the aims that I have set myself upon early on, but still. 1 million DPS, almost 1 million, I think, is enough to be able to solo this pretty much. Like, I didn't have too many problems with the previous raids, so my biggest challenge was actually Flame Leviathan in hardcore mode. We had half a billion HP. That was kind of crazy.
Quickly, heroes! Destroy the demon lord before it can open a portal to its twisted demonic realm. You face Jirax.
And let's go, boy. Okay, the DPS is a little bit lower than 800k. Ah, okay. Now when he actually stands in this freaking void zone, the DPS skyrocketed. This is kind of an annoying power in my opinion, because it forces you to stand in one place constantly. You know, you want to keep your enemy inside this dark circle. This is a pretty fun build. I can almost like cycle through my Shadow Word Death and Mind Blast because the Echo is actually reducing the cooldown constantly. kind of a fun mini game, to be fair. Okay, and the guy's going down. Good duel, bro. Good duel. Oh, 258 gear now.
While unfortunate, should
Nice haste and spell power.
dare to dabble in dark magic. Alas,
That's an upgrade, I guess.
and now must face the next challenge.
This is a healer trinket, but it flats out give you spell power.
The Alliance doesn't need the help of a demon deal.
Could be nice, we'll see.
Everyone, calm down. Compose yourselves. There is no conspiracy at play here. The warlock acted on his own volition, outside of influences from the Alliance. The tournament must go on.
So many damage sources. I thought that it went out of hands on retail, but on Ebonhold it's even crazier. Go!
The next battle will be
This is gonna be like the PvP battle, right? PvP, then Valkyrs, and then
worthy.
what was the bug called? Anubarak. Anubarak.
What it means to insult the Horde.
Well, in other raids you are being bored by killing trash, and here you are being bored by the RP. Well, some people did suggest on Discord that, you know, the RP stuff should be gotten rid of. But then this raid would be like zoom, 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 zoom completely. Get so much healing from those guys. They can blade storm, they can stun me, they can do whatever the hell they want. That was pretty damn fast, AoE cleaving them.
We are weaker as a whole from the losses suffered today. Who but the Lich King could benefit from such foolishness? Great warriors have lost their lives, and for what?
Dude, I cannot get anything for me. Anything
Lich King.
half useful at least. Well, it's easy then. It seems that we gotten ourselves so powerful, and yet nowhere near the power people can get, because I've seen like 10 million DPS even. So you can just imagine my almost 1 mil is like nothing.
Fearsome Valkyr, winged harbingers of the Lich King.
Yeah, man, I've seen Nostrum. You know, people are excited about the phases and stuff like that, but to be honest, this is standard, like, Wrath of the Lich King client. Nothing has been changed in there. Except maybe for those cool leveling events that can happen, you know, throughout leveling. That's the only thing that got me hooked a little bit, but other than that, standard Wrath of the Lich King. I'm already far past that, where I would play such, you know, servers where nothing's really changed that much. Those guys are actually quite tough, but yeah, they do have like double HP amounts, so I can imagine. You know, the problem with Nostrum is that for the moment it is nice novelty, people enjoy this. It was firstly like introduced in Season of Discovery, maybe even some of the servers, yeah. The problem is that once it wears down and they start release content further down the line, then yeah, It will be standard run from Lich King, that's it. I don't know, I personally prefer playing like something like Ebonhold, for example, you know, that makes you super powerful, but at least it has some kind of like unique gameplay loop to it. I'm not gonna lie, I started really enjoying soloing stuff and getting so much powerful. Even though that the gameplay loop isn't exactly like perfect, due to the fact that, yeah, we do get plenty of RNG stuff rather than you know, class-specific power-ups. Oh, we got some very nice chests. Haste hit rating, pretty much the same, just a pure upgrade. And the rest, of course, is different armor type, so I can't use anything pretty much. No, I'm just playing on my own. You know, I played this game for such a long time that I don't really need guides that much. Or even don't like to use them. I prefer to discover stuff myself. Of course, it's not going to be best in slot because, you know, I'm not a type of guy that likes to min-max and, you know, grind 10 hours just to get 1% extra of damage. That's not me. But yeah, this gameplay is kind of enjoying, I'm not gonna lie, doing the raids quickly. 10 minutes, raid is done. Okay, Ulduar was a little bit longer, but Uldu is Uldu. But what do you mean, that I do not that much DPS? Probably not. Like I said, I've seen people with like 10 million or maybe even over. But as you can see, I'm not doing I'm not doing the this challenge is not about like doing the highest DPS, it's about like setting some goals and completing them. So one of those was killing the raid boss, completing the raids on the highest difficulty. And you could say that, no, you're talking bullshit to us because you didn't complete the bosses on Hardcore 4. Well, that's true, but the fact of the matter is that on the server, Hardcore 4 bosses do not mean anything pretty much. The only thing they add when it comes down to like loot wise is the amount of items they drop. So if you come here with people, or at least you manage to kill them on the higher difficulty, you just simply have more gear to be picked up early on. That's about it. No big deal in my opinion. Okay, I wasn't strong enough to actually avoid phase 2. It's not like it's super dangerous in this case, but he's wasting my time. A new barrack. Where is this big bug? Once again, the spikes. Man, I haven't been playing Wrath of the Lich King for quite a while, and completing all those like dungeons, heroics, and raids is pretty damn cool. He got stuck himself. You know, the problem is that the power creep makes you makes the mechanics completely irrelevant. The most funny thing I see in those dungeons, raids and stuff is where I, you know, put all the dots on the... well, the dots are being applied automatically. And, you know, they die underground or something. Kinda annoying where an event has to happen or something. Oh, big massive lag, oh my god. I feel like it's better with lags than the last time. Hello, yay! So, we've completed the challenge almost, guys. Oh, that was plenty of loot, and there's a trove that will give me another one. Holy moly! That's a lot of items. Yeah, it was even better when, you know, I wasn't that powerful. Like, I feel like early game in Ebonhold is actually quite amazing. It gets pretty repetitive when you finally get a chance to pretty much, you know, one-shot everything and stuff like that. So many tier sets. And nothing for me, dude. Look at this Death Knight, Warrior, Death Knight. 3 pieces to Death Knight himself. That's kinda crazy, isn't it? Clemency. Hellscream Slicer, this is a very, 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 very nice one. Yeah, once you get to millions, the game becomes very easy. Like, you can start farming stuff on normal and things like that, so... kinda loses its charm back then, but when you start, like, farming stuff solo, like raids once again, it's where it picks up, back up. Usually it didn't, like... Another thing I like about Ebonhold is that I can take my time and enjoy those raids, like sightseeing and stuff. Usually I didn't have time to look in here. And I have to admit that the design of Ulduar is pretty damn amazing. Deco Boy, yeah, that's true. Kinda excited about that, to be fair. Looks dope. And the good thing is that they want to, like, use this legacy realm to improve the other one tremendously. They also mentioned that they're going to be focusing on class specific and role specific stuff. Archetype specific stuff, so that's very, very promising. Well, somebody in Discord actually did suggest that some kind of seasonality to this type of server would be great. So yeah, I'm happy that they went that route. Yeah, exactly, and that's probably why they want to change it, and that's what community's been asking for as well. Hey there, Eric Morris, thank you for the sub, bro. Okay, I did get some extra items, it seems, which is nice. So, now my last thing to do... Oh, I only get like 250,000 soul ashes by completing those raids, not that much. Okay, let's upgrade the gear. It was here, sorry. Did get some emblem of triumphs at least. Oh yeah, that's the trinket. I need bulwark 4. There you go. Nice, we get a new trinket when it comes down to pants. And that should be Stalwart 2. And I've got a chest. Random cooldown, it seems, which is temporal flux. There we go, the new equipment fixed. Why does the amount of attacks Snake do force, you know, rockets to be shot, or what's the deal behind that? Okay, I guess, guys, we're gonna be farming ashes for a while now. What does High Lord Tyrion Forging want from me? Oh, attribute to immortality. Nice. Ah, yeah, I have it somewhere here. Rocket Strike, yeah. Okay, nice mount, to be fair. Thank you, Tyrion. I want to check if my computer with such performance now can actually withstand farming in that spot. Well, you know, the problem with all the echoes is that, you know, each build is becoming like, you know, homogenized, let's say, and everybody does exactly the same and uses the same powers, stuff like that. Which is of course true, and just look at the amount of powers there are in the game. You know, it's very highly customizable. The problem is that it's still there's still meta, and everybody chases it, so because those are the best. Provide you with the best performance and stuff. Oh shit, I'm normal. My bad, I guess. I need to go to Dalaran. But at least it's nice that there are some kind of playstyles, like you say, that require you some a little bit different approach, let's say. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, I usually don't look at other people, and you do you, let's say. Especially, like I mentioned, I'm the kind of person that when it comes down to grinding like the very last 1% or something, or extra damage, I usually bail out at this point because, you know, I don't want to spend another 10 hours or 15 hours just grinding for 1% extra damage. Two best moments playing like World of Warcraft for me is like very early game, and then the transition to like mid game where PvP starts. You've got like extra, you know, events happening throughout your day, and then a very early gearing when you start doing like 5-man dungeons, maybe grinding some reps in the meantime. You know, there's constant progression in there with all the items and stuff. And then you go jump into the raids and start like doing content you want only one time per week. And you know, sometimes you get some rewards, sometimes you don't. People tell me that, you know, I know nothing about raiding because I always, you know, just get stuck in the leveling or something. But yeah, even though the raids are really, really cool and I like the playstyle, the problem is that it gets boring quite fast. The raid logging, I mean. Yeah, true. To be fair, initially I thought that it's not gonna be like that. Like the very early version of the game. Of course, this shown that with super overpowered healings and things like that, it still is possible. But it's okay. And yeah, after the new patch, it's 100% completable. Yeah, exactly. But I guess that those questions were always out there. Or just people asking, who should I play with? Just play what you like, what you enjoy. What am I farming for? To finish my my challenge. One of the goals was to fully complete the ash tree, and that's what I'm striving for. Yeah, man. Shadow Priests were always good. I mean, damage-wise, they required a little bit of thoughtful approach, let's say. But they were pretty cool. They were pretty powerful, especially with, you know, all that healing where your character was scaling tremendously. Oh really? I think that with the changes they plan to make that they posted today, the server can really shine. I think what they should do is like slow down the progression a little bit. I think it was too fast. Like, of course I did have like some streamer bennies and received some of the tomes of the most powerful things we can get in the game, which skyrocketed me from like normal to hardcore 1. But still, if you do have some kind of like money, gold or whatever, you can grab those items pretty easily from auction house as well. Therefore, like skipping most of the content. So, you know, you're spending like shit tons of hours in normal to get some soul ash, you know, start progressing, finally getting to level 80, maybe doing some dungeons early on for extra ash boost. And then, you know, you die, and then suddenly you spend all those points, like 2 million or something, and yeah, your power creep skyrockets and you're suddenly killing everything and stuff. But what do you mean? I don't think I follow you correctly. You want to see my ecos or what? Oopsie, from time to time my health bar drops to like 50%, but then instantly just boop. That's great thing about Shadow Priest. And to be fair, if I was supposed to farm this type of Ash here, just running you know, around and stuff like that, and if I would be like melee, I would have to target stuff, and maybe not with like Rogue because of Fan of Knives. Yeah, man, I did get some of the echoes quite early. I pretty much skipped from like normal to hardcore one very, very heavily. And thanks to playing Shadow Priest, I was able to deal enough damage and survive quite a bit to be able to solo like heroic dungeons. And I was just abusing the call board to look for the quests from the dungeons I was doing. And like the quest was giving me around 300 soul ash, which equaled 600,000. With the boost catch-up system, and then of course each boss gave you also like around 300,000 or something. So each dungeon run equaled, like, of course depending on the amount of bosses you had to kill, equaled in about I don't know, 1.5 million soul ash. It was pretty damn crazy and fast, and also you were gearing easily due to the fact that loot was pretty much only for yourself. I feel like Mana Storm mode from Ascension would be really, really great for this type of playstyle. You know, scaling difficulty and stuff like that. As for the game, not quite sure. Maybe I will continue with other character, like, you know, create a melee or stuff, but with full Ash tree, it's kind of boring, to be fair. People asked for some guidance. Maybe I will do like some kind of I don't know, one more, and maybe I'll do like some kind of guide, what to follow or something, like, you know, some videos about Ebonhold also, just for new players. And I guess that after that it will be a pretty dead period where we will have to wait until Ice Crown Citadel drop, beginning of the summer, and after Ice Crown, when it's going to be completed and farmed in probably a couple of days once again, then we will be probably waiting for the fresh server from Ebonhold, I guess. Yeah, I just created a poll on my channel what people would like to see most at the moment, and it seems that Conquest of Azeroth is the way to go, which isn't exactly that great for me personally, because yeah, Bronzebeard, I was spoiled on Bronzebeard, because I was playing beta too much, and when it actually came out, I was so burned out of it that yeah, I did like post, thanks to that, a very big guide on my channel. It's still getting views and got past like 100,000 views, but after that I was like so burned out that didn't feel like playing the game anymore. Oh shit. Shit, I got stuck in this. I'm gonna disperse just to be sure. The funny thing is that they added healing to dispersion, which, you know, in this playstyle, this type of playstyle is completely useless, because it doesn't matter if you can heal yourself. Because all the damage you deal is gonna heal you in seconds. Yeah, I also was wondering this, because level 25 wasn't exactly that high, and a lot of cool things were actually locked behind the levels, therefore, you know, most exciting things were not accessible just yet. But on level 35 there's a lot more, and also they have added a lot of changes to the zones and things, like more World Forge stuff and things like that. So yeah, we could potentially get some exploring done. Well, that's what they announced, that the phasing will be quite fast. Especially, you know, they've done so much work already on Koa that I think it's somewhat ready already. They just need, like, you know, fix bugs and check a lot of stuff before it actually comes out, so... Hey, do any of you guys know, like, faster way of doing stuff rather than just running in circles? Yeah, I can no longer take it, mate. I need to do something else. Oh, finally, the game is not stuttering due to too many mobs. That's actually a good idea. Let's go try doing Extramus maybe, or something like that. It's definitely more interesting to farm for farming ash rather than just killing those mobs constantly. Yeah, but the problem is that you can reset them, right? Raid difficulty, 10 player. We're gonna drop to hardcore 3. I think this should be manageable. Even though my deeps could be better. Maybe I'll just create a new character, just, you know, try out something different while farming the ash. I've got 11 million stored, and I have 132 million. So yeah, that's like 44 almost in total. 144. What's the non-meta? What classes are actually not really that great? Rogues? Mages? Probably the ones without any self-healing. Balance Druid, alright. What am I supposed to do? Oh yeah, hardcore 3. Let's go try next Ramus then. Elemental Shaman, yeah, that's true. I love Elemental Shaman, always did. The problem is that you would have to have some way of getting rid of Chain Lightning cooldown, I feel like. Ah yeah, no worries, I do have the premium one to summon, so it's no big deal. Well, let me check, because at one point I did... No, this hasn't been done just yet. Okay. Malagos. Oh, they give like 3 million. They want me to kill Yogg-Saron. Ah, shit. It disappeared. Not quite sure. I think that the multiplier didn't actually influence my... Look at this, there's no Kill Jaden. Oh, not Kill Jaden, Kalfuzad. Like the second roll of my call board and I still don't see him. Yogg-Saron, look at this. Kalfuzad finally. No, it's 2, yeah, it was 5 million, but with the bonus multiplier from the catch-up mechanic. Wait, do we actually can go straight up? Ah, you mean for the kill, not for the quest. How much extra HP? Oh my god. He's gonna have shit tons of... not so big. I thought it was gonna be bigger. Kill Jaden's gonna be awful with all the trash to be gotten and stuff. His damage is quite massive, not gonna lie. Oh, we can completely ignore the mechanics. No man, for weapon affixes I have judgment. No, I mean the holy damage, smite stuff. I've seen some warlock having some kind of damage over time affix for weapons, which looked really dope, but I have absolutely no idea where to get it, so... Oh, quite a lot of loot. And where I can get a DK. Where can I get DK? I only have... I only have... Flurry, of course. And... Judgment? Yeah, Judgment. What echoes do I have? I have Twilight Equilibrium locked. Overtime conversion for AoE. Edict of the 4, pretty amazing. Unstable infusion for auto dot application, and echoing afflictions for you know, faster dot damage. Otherwise, Harbinger of Doom is quite great. If you take a look, this is from Sartharian. Light Burst. This is Twilight Equilibrium, so Light Burst and Dark Burst, like 20% of my overall damage. Void Zone is Edict of the 4. Mindfully pretty good. Curse of the Plaguebringer is nice. Scorching Wounds is lovely, of course. And then I just stack extra damage and that other stuff. Like Spell Power, Haste for extra dot ticks. But it really depends a lot on what you get and what tomes with unique extra powers you can get. Those are like the most important things. Nice. How much HP does he have? Can't see. Okay, most of the trash have been killed. Man, Kel'Thuzad, I really loved this character when I was still playing like Warcraft 3. And I think that in Conquest of Azeroth, Frost Necromancer is probably one of the best classes that you can play, most fun. Like a Frost Mage with Warlock connection. Overlap. Maybe when I come back to Koa just to test out the new phase, I will check out the Necromancer actually. My biggest problem is that in Conquest of Azeroth there's too many classes to check out and I cannot decide myself what to play. This phase actually lasts until we kill certain amounts of mobs, or this is just a timeout? I think so. It's a pretty long fight because of this freaking trash phase. I could probably just stand like that in the center and things would die anyway. Oh, did he finally? Not yet. He's still dancing with his hand up in the air. Oh, finally. Oh shit, dude. Didn't expect that type of damage. I think I was standing in the red circle, that's why. To drag him back into the mine circle. Okay, we'll need to get some patience to kill him, actually. Well, hardcore 3 actually adds up like extra. How many? Plus 570% extra health. That's quite a lot if you ask me. Hey guys, did maybe any of you tried like Wandering Plague DK build? You know, when you go quite deep into Unholy to grab the Wandering Plague. I remember that when I was starting out it was a pretty amazing talent because it benefited from both attack and spell power. And those, you know, critting dots from DK were actually making them they were not behaving like normal crits. But they just simply, you know, copied the damage you dealt with the tick. So. But yeah, on Ebonhold it had crazy scaling, I remember back in the day. But I don't know, maybe something changed since then. You mean on the ground, so we don't see it completely? There's the option, the video, particle density, I think. Video effects. Yeah, particle density. If you lower this, oh my god, it completely messed up my UI, dude. It messed up my UI, mate. But it's still visible, just not so... not that much. Can I live through it? I need to reload. Maybe I'm already dead. No, I'm fine. Okay, I'm not fine. Shit. Shouldn't have been reloading in the middle of the fight, I guess. That was unfortunate. Oh my god, I would have to go and kill him once again. No, I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm not gonna do this. I do wonder though. Maybe just doing simple quests would be actually faster than going for the dungeons. Oh, hi. Yeah, it seems like everything.
Thank you.
Let's try to do some dungeon on Hardcore 3 potentially. Oh, thank you. Where are you, man? Somebody just gave me the items and disappeared. Holy moly, what are those? Ah, that one. Oh my god.
Greetings. How generous.
But are those regular drops, or do you actually got them from like specific items? Because I was actually farming those on Hardcore 4 and like lower raids and couldn't find anything for the weapons. So I started wondering whether those are like specific weapons only, where you can, like, you know, pull them out. But looking at those, it doesn't say anything that those are like weapon specific. Right? Or those are only for weapons? I have absolutely no idea. Well, I guess when I go to the anvil, we're gonna see. Because if it's weapon only. Extract, yes. K. Extract, yes. Venom. Extract. Fiction. Right, which I could potentially change. Judgment is okay, kinda. This is completely useless. Oh yeah, so this is like weapon only. Ah, it does work on the wand, so that's awesome. But what if I would like to make it for a trinket? Ah, then I don't even see those because you can put them on here. Okay, that's understandable. I think this one. I had 6 stamina somewhere over here. Okay, I switched over to the Fortified by Pain, and now I've got 2 the same things, so I can slap something onto this book, which is gonna be Venom. Ah, because it increases damage from your damage over time effect. I get that. What? Really? I choose? That's bad. Okay, let's change judgment. It doesn't do that much anyways. And I'm gonna put corruption, I guess. No, decay. Decay, okay, thank you very much. Now, let's go and test it out real quick. Onto the big bad boy from Zul'Drak. Yeah, in the PvP section there should be a dummy over there in Dalaran, but it'll actually take longer going through Dalaran than finding this big massive bad boy. Hello there, mister. Okay, we still didn't get past 1 million just yet, but yeah, on a very good way. Yeah, we got 1 million. Okay, thank you very much for those enchants, man. And it's speeding up. Yeah, Harbinger of Doom still first one. Shadow Bolt. Yeah, this one. Cool stuff, like almost 1 million, 2% isn't really that bad looking at, you know, all of the resources we get. And the other one was kind of corruption. I think it was this one. Okay, I wanted to check how much I can actually earn by doing simple dungeons. On Hardcore 3, is it even like possible to farm in such a way rather than just, you know, running around in circles and killing same mobs? It was still fine when, you know, progression was quite quick. Meaning, you know, while you were leveling, getting new echoes constantly, the dopamine was actually pushing you further. Now, on endgame, it's a little bit different. Oh shit, the melee damage. What the hell, those guys in dungeons are stronger than the freaking bosses. Hell, dude. Like, really? Yeah, it's their melee that hits you for like 40,000. Okay, we're almost getting to the first boss, and this is going to be crucial how they actually give, whether it improves or not really. Oh, I already attacked him, didn't even notice that. I think he gave me a little bit more, but I might be mistaken. Oopsie. That might be a little bit too much. I mean, seems that I have to avoid like crowded places. Slap like crazy.
It's too far away.
Okay. So much loot. Maybe I can actually get some really cool affixes on top of everything. But this is hardcore 3, so no new ones, apparently. Why not? Just open another one, man. It's all good. More wows, the better. Ooh, almost died. Just because I jumped in like crazy. Dumb hero. Yeah, it's pretty cool, especially early on, when you're not like super overpowered in my opinion. Some people think otherwise, but early gearing was actually so freaking good.
Your pathetic failure will serve as a warning to all. You are damned. And hurry out.
Okay, so potentially we can farm some sockets, which I don't really need at the moment. And yeah, the pure ash itself isn't that great either. I mean, after some heavy farming, you would probably could get a little bit more. But yeah, I've got another 13 million stocked. Black Temple? No, I haven't been in Black Temple yet. When I was looking for affixes, I was mostly farming like classic dungeons. Yeah, this will give me another 13,000, so 145. Still miss like a big chunk of it. Just a matter of time, of course, because it's not like it's super difficult or something, but still. Is there something like really cool for melee classes I should have? I don't see anything super interesting that could potentially benefit me at least. Okay, never mind. I do have plenty of those echoes like Exposed Heart, which I've seen deals hefty amounts of damage on melees. Frostfire Paradox looks cool. If this is like Frostfire Paradox, I do wonder whether it is only for mages, maybe? And you know, with Frostfire Board, you could apply one debuff and destroy it immediately with the other part of the spell. When I was playing like Rather Lich King, I remember that it had the scaling of the highest stat, meaning when you're in fire, when your modifiers are bigger in fire, it would actually take those instead of like combining them both. Which was a shame. It could have been like super amazing spell. Alright boys, so it seems that there's still plenty of grind ahead of us. I mean, this is only time consuming because yeah, getting this tree done will still take a while. We have completed the Trial of the Grand Crusader, so one of my goals were actually achieved. Let me just check real quick on my raid lockers. Molten Causal Group. What? What the hell happened? Why did I get gold? Somebody just ran right past me and my bags are completely full. What the hell is this? I just got an error that I'm at gold limit. What the hell is this? Some cheaters giving gold? Maybe somebody wants me to get banned or something. Well, it's good that at least it's recorded. But have you guys seen this guy? There was also this small click of gold. Yeah, I can imagine that could have been a GM, but why would he do that? This is like... No player should receive something like that.
Good day to you.
I can still sell stuff even though there was an error message that I'm at gold cap. Come, I can give it to you. Yeah, you may right. Maybe reload can fix it. Maybe it's just a bug because I was able to sell stuff later down the line. No, I still have this gold. 13,000. I receive gold from somebody running right past Indala. Around it's like even possible. In World of Warcraft to throw away the gold? I don't think so. I would have to spend it for something. Guys, let's join BGs for fun. I wonder what exactly would happen. We would kill ourselves. Like one shot. Can we duel? Come, let's duel downstairs. I just want to check. Well, we don't have any defensive capabilities, I guess. Yeah, I know they end the thing because nobody comes here to... Ah, they are disabled. Yeah, that's another story.
That spell isn't meant to. That skill recharges.
Oh shit, what has happened? Sorry, man. That was a little bit too much, I guess. I can't even check the damage because those freaking... Oh my lord. Well, that was quite fast. But, you know, they disabled the BGs, but I personally think that if they would, like, for example, apply to every person around, like, 80% resilience or something, it would be still playable. I mean, it would be chaotic and kind of crazy, but still additional something to do. Shit, those spells just flying about everywhere. Best way to freshly to farm ash? Do quests straight away. I mean the coal boards. Coal boards are probably the fastest way. You are leveling slower, but it doesn't matter as you're getting big amounts of ash, and ash is like the most important thing. And then suddenly when you farm enough of it, and don't worry if you die, just reset, go again. There's plenty of ash early on to be gotten from those coal boards, so... Dude, I'm constantly in combat because of that.
I can't do that yet.
Ah, fresh 80. Also, like, this is probably the easiest. You can also just also queue for the random dungeon finder, random heroics, so then you'll get extra boxes for the very 3 first you complete. And you know, there's always somebody boosting, so you will get those done without even touching anything. And then suddenly you will also have quite a lot of ash. To level off, you can always also grab the quests from coal board to kill bosses as well. So. But yeah, I will be doing normal quests until I feel quite comfortable to go out and start farming myself. Well, I can give it to you, no problem. Just, where are you? Whisper me in game and I can give it to you. But then please don't blame me if they ban you for something like that. Yeah, I'm waiting for some response, but I don't think I'm gonna get anything. I'm constantly in combat. Yeah, I've seen that plenty have stepped down actually. Wait, well, I'm not giving away this gold, but I can send you over some if you need. Meki. There you go. Yeah, but I'm sending the gold, but the one that I earned myself, not the one I received today. Yeah, just whisper me, man, and I can send it over to you. It's no problem. Oh, Wispy. There we go. Okay, you know what, guys? I think that for the this last charge for the Soul Ash, I'm gonna change the character. I'm gonna try something else. Not quite sure what exactly yet. Maybe a warrior? Really not quite sure what to pick. Yeah, Rogue Warrior probably. I also have gotten some of the really cool echoes for a melee character as well. That potentially could be really nice. I already have a warrior, a warlock. Did try it out for a second, just to see how it works out, but it's very similar playstyle to the Shadow Priest, so kind of relevant. So we've got like a mage option, doesn't have healing at all, and a little bit different playstyle, I guess, more direct rather than dots probably, I suppose at least. DKs are straightforward and quite easy, to be fair, paladins as well. Hunters, but when you said that probably one of the meta playstyles for the moment for hunters is actually the snake trap and just going for the rocket launcher, it's kind of a shame. I feel like the rogues could be really cool, or a warrior. Like, charging around has always been quite amazing, to be fair. But I do remember that rogues were pretty OP on the early game. I think I'm gonna try a rogue. Should I go for an undead? Yeah, you know, but the problem is, with my character at least, is that I have almost fully decked out tree, so, you know, it's not gonna exactly show like, you know, the transition from nothing to pretty much everything. That's the thing. But I remember the warriors, maybe we could do something really cool with Blade Storm, you know, just getting all the damage reduction, not damage reduction, cooldown reduction, ecos, and try something really cool that, you know, spamming Blade Storm could be a thing or something. Druid. Feral is pretty annoying because in cat form, swipe requires you to have a target, so you just cannot run around and swipe everything. You can, but only in bear form. Maybe Protection Warrior could actually be quite good early on. Because Doesn't matter as I have amazing amazing gear already. Not gear but skill tree, ash tree. Death Knight are easy. Dude, I really don't know what to try out. Cowboy? Shaman Elemental could be nice, but the problem is that you can just simply spam Chain Lightning. That could be cool. Especially with 99 targets, it hits. Rogues, on the other hand, can like be a little bit annoying with all the combo points, stuff like that. Okay, let's try Warrior. I'm gonna create like a big Tauren. Wait, but the problem is, can I actually send over like tomes to a Horde character? Rocket Strike, let's go. Owner Seed, this is for healing, so we don't need Frostfire Paradox. Nope, Stone Shatter. Useless to be fair. Sanctum Sentries could be useful. Edict of the Iron Council, of course bro, of course. Exposed hard. Pulling enemies, that could be nice. Dodging and parrying unleashes flames, reducing damage taken. And grants speed. Ravenous Bellow. That could actually help with some AoE farming when somebody's dying. Heavy Incantation and really crushing finish. That's a nice execute to have. But I need only one. Contagion. I could probably use it for, I wonder if it's even like available for a warrior, not quite sure. Rage of the Colossus. That's definitely sounds like something that warrior would want. Chill of the Bone Rim. This is for DK mostly, probably. Call of the Lich King. Weapon Mastery. Warriors can use anything pretty much, so it doesn't matter. Or Leeching Swarm. That would be great for a warrior for some extra healing. Twilight Equilibrium. This is like one of the best in slots for pretty much everybody, I guess. Champions Rally. Your healing builds Netherlord's Command. Okay, I guess we're ready and set up. Let's try a warrior and see what we can get. No, I have pretty much everything unlocked already. And I have still quite a lot of points to spend, but I want to finish my attack power nodes. There you are, and I still have 7 million. So we're gonna finish strength. Let's zoom in a little bit because I don't see exactly. I think that strength has been completed. Agility would be nice for extra crit chance, I guess. Which has been completed also, and now the rest probably go for the armor penetration. Maybe some expertise here and there. Not miss. Okay, attack power should be quite overpowered now. Do we have a mailbox in here? There you are. Rage of the Colossus. I wanted to check my class only. Oh, warriors can actually learn Contagion. That's kind of strange, to be fair. And can learn both edicts. Yeah, Rand, deep wounds and stuff like that. Well, yeah, we just talked about it, that every class can actually, you know, proc everything and do exactly almost the same thing, so... If I could make a build somehow to, like, only attack with Whirlwind constantly, that could be great. Well, I guess I can start in like Hardcore 2 or something. Battle tempo. Oh yeah, killing enemies, that's true. There are also echoes, there's also affixes that reduce cooldown. I wanted to put like, I don't know, Hardcore 2 maybe? Should be enough. Yeah man, like, whirlwinding constantly would be really, really fun, I believe. Oh, level 6 with 1 kill, that's nice. Battle momentum, let's go. Open wounds, are the open wounds worth it or not really? I mean, I've got shit tons of strength, so... When you cast Mortal Strike, Bloodthirst or Shield Slam. Okay, this could be useful, those interactions. Gonna lie. Scorched Path. Storm Conductor. Pain Drive, yeah, extra mobility, always welcome, always welcome. Now then.
Not ready yet.
The problem is that I don't have any more. Well, the one I did get today was the black one. Very, very enjoyable. Sweeping blows. Your melee auto attacks cleave for 20% of the damage dealt to nearby enemies. Yeah, that's definitely something we really want. Strength doesn't matter, like what's 11 strength? And those guys are too low level already. Oh shit, man. I completely forgot that I don't have any flight paths unlocked in here. I don't think I can. Oh, I can even fly. I didn't know that level is relevant. Yeah, a lagger. I'm coming, bro. So I'm gonna get boosted. Or level 29 straight away. Or Impaler's Tribute. Your damaging abilities build Impale on the target at 8 stacks. You skewer the target for 8 seconds, dealing 8,000 physical damage every 1 second. While Skewered is active, your attacks against the target have 20% chance to splinter. Ooh. That looks dope, not gonna lie. There we go. Rend the Weak, that's probably the way to go still. Ravenous Bellow. Delivering a killing blow unleashes terrifying roar, dealing 8,000 damage. Can't read. Slowing them and causing them to take 50% increased damage from you for 5 seconds. This effect can occur more often than 2 seconds. Okay. Okay. Rend the Weak, standard stuff. Corrosive Breath. Or Whirlwind. Exposed Heart. Your basic attacks build stress at 12 stacks. You expose your target's heart for 6 seconds. Increasing your damage dealt to it by 20%. While exposed heart is active, 40% of damage you deal to the target is also dealt to all enemies. Cool. Oh, Harbinger of Doom, but Rage of the Colossus. Passed out, man. Yeah, I did have similar stories, but, well, let's just say that in earlier stages of my life. Rage of the Colossus, that's something I really like. Oh, blue open wounds, let's go. Stitched Fury, while below 50% health. Who would keep ourselves at 50% health? So that's actually a waste. But yeah, let's take it for the moment. I mean, yeah, just for pure test. Yeah, I have that, no worries. I have this one. Or Rocket Strike. When you cast a melee ability, you have a 20% chance. Okay, so that's definitely better than just waiting for my... or my Shadow Word Pain to proc it. More convenient, so to speak. Banish. Unstable infusion. Damaging an ability applies rend. Or this is good. Like auto rend applications. I love it. Thank you, man. I didn't even notice that I'm level 80 already. Thank you very much. Yeah, man. Never mind, thank you very much. That's quite a lot. Oh, second edge. That's amazing one. Or Relentless Rhythm, this can help as well to lower the cooldowns. We've got Equilibrium, which is amazing. Open Wounds. This one probably. Attack Power. Open Wounds. Oh, another attack power, that's lovely. Netherlord command. Echoing Afflictions would be helpful. Okay, I started getting those better things, it seems. My luck is over. Lucky Luke. Oh, Battle Tempo. That's what we were looking for as well. Or massive AoE pulls. Leeching Swarm. While below 50% health, your damaging spells and abilities unleash Leeching Swarm, dealing 9,080 damage every 1 second to all enemies within 10 yards for 6 seconds. You are healed for 30% of the damage dealt. But it's only every 6 seconds. I thought that maybe it like ticks every second or something. But it's still good nonetheless. Rushing Finish, Execute. Nice. Not quite sure which ones should I actually keep just yet. I think that Rage of the Exposed Heart. Leeching Swarm just for health. Light Equilibrium, that's for sure. Rage of Colossus and maybe potentially, I don't know, Rocket Strike. Knowing the build with 92 talent points, do I need Titan's Grip? I think that people still play with double one-handers, right? Because they need attack speed rather than pure damage. How is it, guys? Double one-handers, yeah, I think so. So potentially I could still grab Bloodthirst and a lot of stuff around here and pick a lot of stuff and Bladestorm from arms. I'm gonna go arms first. Deep wounds. I don't know what weapons will I have. Potentially sword, just to get even more procs in the weapons, right? Trauma. Okay, and the rest goes into Fury. Oh, I will manage to get a Rampage. Nice build. Okay, I think they actually... No, they didn't. I thought that they have taken down like requirements when it comes down to... to stances, but not for everything, it seems. Yeah, let's go to Berserker. Rend is going to be applied automatically, so we don't have to worry about it, which is great. Cleave pretty much for spam. Emo Shout, Berserker Rage. Deathwish as an offensive cooldown. Oh yeah, warriors have ignore pain now. And spell reflection that we can use without getting any shield out. Okay, that's pretty fancy. Okay, I think I'm more or less ready. More or less. I wonder if I can buy like at least white gear for weapons. Yeah, normal. Yeah, and I didn't take a Blade Storm. Wait a minute. Yeah, you're right. Plate armor, shield, weaponsmith, but trainer.
You need something?
I need a target.
Okay, let's try the very first dungeon real quick, see how it goes. Of course, I'm completely naked, but I've got like 75,000 HP. Blood Craze, if I get any taking damage, you have 10% chance to regenerate 3% of your maximum health, not much. No worries. I just want to really check out how this is gonna go.
I'm out of range.
Okay, I do not take pretty much any damage. I deal quite a lot of damage. Of course. Bloodthirst, 66,000 crit. Deep wounds, pretty nice. Open wounds, very nice. Cleave. Stonefist Barrage does something. Rend. I was hoping for Rend to deal a little bit more damage, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's try to make some bigger pull, for example. Blade Storm. Oh my god, the warrior is life. Ah, this is normal. Shit, man. Heroic, let's go now. Okay, that didn't change much. Still super overpowered. Blade Storm. I don't know how, but this Blade Storm felt that it lasted so freaking long. Okay, it's a little bit different playstyle, but pretty damn cool. I like it, not gonna lie. I think I have macros to start attack as well. That's gonna help probably. Blade Storm. Oh shit, I didn't...
You know what they say.
Dude, this bad boy is crazy good. I can ignore 74,000 incoming damage. It's quite a bit if you ask me. Completely forgot to check out the other guy, the other boss I killed. Didn't loot him actually. Cloak of the enemy. Good defense, but will work out. I definitely want weapons in here. That's kind of cool that we can farm them without too much problem. I need to start clicking this freaking ignore pane. Or put it everywhere in my bars. I think this is the way. Just ignore pane. Yeah, it's gonna be completely automated now, and I will don't have to worry about it. I will just reapply it constantly. I have infinite rage anyway, so that doesn't matter that much. Blade Storm lasts almost 9 seconds due to beneficial spell buffs. I know, in my opinion, super fun. Ah, come on, I wanted to Blade Storm out of it. I'm always too late, I guess. have a skirt now from the shaman. But that doesn't matter. Okay, and almost the final boss now. That was pretty damn smooth, not gonna lie. Even though it's just normal, I thought that, you know, it's gonna be a little bit difficult, more difficult. Warriors would be really nice if they could, like, for example, improve their healing from Bloodthirst. Oh, that's a plate waste, which is really good, but we need weapons. Okay, anyway. I can still farm some soul ashes and gear up this warrior potentially. But yeah, for the moment, I did complete one of the most important goals for today, which was finishing the raid on 25-man heroic on the priest. So it just turns out, it just proves pretty much that you can solo anything if you want in this game, and with proper character and build. So if you like this type of playstyle, definitely recommend it. I will also want to try out something less meta, for example. So warrior, I absolutely love Bladestorm playstyle, so who knows. Maybe I'll stick to it for a little bit longer. For the moment, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Have a good weekend.